All right, man. Wanted to hop on here tonight and talk about the current state of the TCG and CCG market as of February 6th. It's currently 1:30 in the morning here at the office, and we are going to be going over some of the pillars in the TCG and CCG space right now, along with some speculation plays that a lot of people are trying to get other people on board with. And I'm here to warn you that even though the products have gone up in price temporarily, they are most certainly going to come down. So let's dive straight in. We are going to mainly be taking a look at the main TCGs and CCGs. We're not really going to dive in to Star Wars Unlimited and how they're failing. I'm not going to touch on Flesh and Blood with their new release and the reprint set with the Antiquities pack and all that stuff. We'll see how that goes. I really don't think it's going to go as well as everybody's kind of now thinking it will. You know, at first everybody was like, they were all raging, and now people are kind of getting hyped for it. I don't know. I'm still up in the air about it. Rudy's doing his sale later today on the 6th, I think, on it. I don't know how that's going to go. So let's start with Magic. I want to touch on Lorwyn Eclipse. I'm not going to talk about Ninja Turtles. I just don't care. I'll be honest with you. I'm avoiding it altogether. Let's take a look at collector boxes. We're starting to see just a touch of a little bit of downward pressure. These were holding at 390, 395, and even 400. We were getting a few sales tick here and there. And you can see we're still kind of at that price, but you can see we have some downward volume, and at the same time we're seeing the price start to dip. So there's just a touch of downward pressure. I honestly, I wouldn't worry about it. I definitely think if you can get Lorwyn right now under 300, I can get a decent amount of collector boxes right now at 285. I've bought a couple, but it's just like, at that point after your fees and everything, if you're not selling it like locally, you're still only making what, 20, $30. It's not really worth it, but Lorwyn is seemingly doing quite well. As for Lorwyn play, what are we at here? Holding at 135. It's not terrible. I think you can still get one per month right now from Rudy for I think 118. So yeah, not terrible. Let's just take a look real quick at Final Fantasy, and then we're gonna touch on Pokemon. I just want to take a look here what Final Fantasy is doing. Okay, play is still under 150. That's good. I wasn't sure how much upward pressure we were gonna have after that big reprint, and seems to be pretty steady right now. So that's good. Let's touch on Ascended Heroes. Man, I don't know what the Pokemon Company is thinking with this, man. So booster packs are hovering at 14. That actually doesn't seem terrible. We were selling them for $20 a pack, and they were selling, which is stupid. Do not buy Ascended Heroes at $20. When packs are that expensive, I literally will say, do not purchase at this price. It doesn't make sense. You shouldn't purchase at that price. Even at this price, just the fact that the two packs got delayed, what are we doing? I mean, if they're going to delay one, delay them all. So here's what we got on our pre-order pricing: 145 for pre-order on Ascended Heroes. Like, come on, man. Um, I miss when we had Shining Fates and they printed it into the ground, and like ETBs were hovering at what, 50 and $60 for ages, like 2.5, 3 years. I don't think we're ever going to get there again with these really specialty sets. They're just doing too much. They're printing too much. Now, the one thing I really want to touch on that is not currently on this list, it is in Japanese, that's ME3. I personally think that Perfect Order is going to be a disaster of a set. And if we look at the singles, I mean, this is my main reasoning. There's just not enough bangers in here. We have another mukbang card, we have another Iono style card, but that's not doing it for me. If you like Mega Starmie, hey, good for you. Not for me. Not even close. I think every single art is a miss. That is my personal opinion. You don't have to agree with it. My favorite card from this entire set is actually the Mega Skarmory. It looks gorgeous in person. If you see it, you will know what I mean. Just the way the gold glows with the Japanese texture, it looks amazing. But I think Perfect Order is going to be a disaster. I think Ascended Heroes is really going to put even more downward pressure on the set as it is. And then we're going to move into Chaos Rising, which is going to do fairly well. And I don't know what we're looking at with 30th anniversary stuff yet. But I gotta be honest with you, Perfect Order is going to be the Crimson Invasion, the Battle Styles, the Vivid Voltage, the Paradox Rift, or the Temporal Forces. You know, whatever set you want to compare it to, it's gonna be that set. I would avoid it completely, other than booster boxes, and maybe if it comes out with other like ancillary products that have like Destined Rivals in it, maybe that'll be good. Maybe that'll be worth your time. But other than that, you know, I'm not really interested. So I want to check on Surging Sparks booster boxes because we just had a little Pokemon Center. Wow, no movement at all. I saw something. Pokemon Center restocked these today. Apparently it was with one of those battle academies as well. A little bundle action. I'm not sure if that's legit or not, but seems like the price is pretty unfazed. As for Destined Rivals, let's take a look at booster boxes. This is insane. This is just insane to me. Um, yeah, no, I mean that's it. It's just insane. This should not be a thing. This is a set that is still in rotation, and it's pushing 600 a box. I mean, yeah, there's nothing else to really say. I think that'll do it for Pokemon at the moment. You know, one thing I will say, Black Bolt, White Flare, I think they're undervalued right now. It just seems like not a lot of it was printed and just kind of came and went, and nobody's talking about it. The set's loaded. As for us, we have raised our prices because we're not getting more. You know, we were selling booster packs at $10 for the longest time. Started to see some upward pressure, and we have raised up to $13 a pack just to hold a little position for a while. But I gotta say, at first I was kind of on the Black Bolt bandwagon, but after seeing this Reshiram, it's such a gorgeous card, man. I'm not a fan of the Victinis, but the Reshiram is absolutely gorgeous, and the rest of the set just slaps. I mean, both of them slap. They're great sets. So let's talk about everybody's favorite right now, One Piece. Since this is technically our first YouTube video, we do a lot of TikTok stuff, and I want to start doing the market analysis here as well. I talk about all of these all the time on our TikTok for the last like 3 to 4 years. But right now, where we're at with this, we have had a long tail since 2 Legends. So I have right now in stock 2 Legends, Emperors, Royal Blood, Fist, Legacy, and I have a little bit of Carrying On as well. We are sold out of both of the best. We sold out of EBO2 pretty recently, like a month ago. But we still have a shit ton of 2 Legends in stock. We probably still have 300-400 packs of it. And I gotta be honest, being the worst set of the recent One Piece saga, it's performing well. Before this boom, booster boxes were probably, I'm gonna say they were 120, but I could actually get them for about 90, which is kind of shocking. Let's see what they were. Was there really this much volume down here? Yeah, that's decent. Yeah, so we saw that 120. Nah, it kind of just spiked right away. So they were actually hovering around 100. That's incredible. I mean, dude, the amount of 2 Legends I took a loss on. At first, we made so much money on it, and then people were kind of like, I'm not really feeling silvers and all this. And, you know, it just died off really quick. But at first, we sold hundreds of packs on it. It kind of evened out. But now, we're getting $8 a pack for 2 Legends. It's incredible. Emperors, dude, this is insane. I bought 2.5 or 3 cases of Emperors, and I got so lucky. We still have probably like 150 packs left. We continue to raise our price all the way up via booster pack prices. You know, this is saying $13 a pack. Never go off of this. A lot of these people here are selling dead packs. So like 50 at 13. I'm not gonna say that unicorns and rainbows is selling dead packs, but these are $20 packs right now. And that goes for a lot of the prices. Typically what you see the booster box is at, divide that by 24 and then take a little bit more off. that's typically pack price. Because you gotta take away some of that sealed premium. Emperor's performing extremely well. Royal Blood, honestly, not a great set. For a while there, Royal Blood, I knew it was going to be bad. This is one of the sets I did not buy a lot of because it was coming off of an anniversary set. This time around, I bought a shitload of OP14 because the market's hot, but I also paid $8 a pack, so it kind of feels bad. But you can see Royal Blood is still at $210 a box. It's just not a strong set. It's just not. Is this the one with the Monkey Treasure Rare? Or is it not? No, that's Two Legends. This is the one where we started to see the manga style, like Divine Departure. We started to see more of this. Okay. All right. And it does have Law manga, which is not a bad pull. I think Silver's manga, last I checked, it was like 300, but I'm gonna assume it's up to 5 with the pump. Wow, it's up to 650 already. Okay. Wow, wow. Two Legends is actually performing. I had no idea the Ace was over 300. Wow, that's actually pretty fucking good, dude. Okay. Let's check out the Fist of Divine Speed. This is the set that I think is the most underrated One Piece set since OPO 5. That Gear 5 reprint for the SP. I mean, dude, how could you not invest in this set? It's just a powerhouse. It is a powerhouse just having the Gear 5 SPs here. And I'm surprised it's not higher in price. Wow. Okay, so when I said that this was a buy, I think cases were in the 2s. So glad I got that one right, and we are just too broke to be able to make plays. I always feel like I miss the timing on stuff just by a few years or a few months. I did, however, buy some cases of Gundam GDO2, which is doing well. Legacy of the Master, let's check it out. Honestly, not bad. Legacy was such a strong set out of the gate because the EV was absolutely insane. Still some decent prices on cards, man. I did not know these were these expensive. Man, there are some nice cards in some of these sets. Let's take a look. We might as well. Let's rip the Band-Aid off. Carrying on as well, OP13 anniversary set. I got allocated so incredibly hard on this set. I asked for literally as many boxes as I could get, and I got allocated 3 boxes I think we got. I mean, the prices speak for themselves, ladies and gentlemen. The prices speak for themselves. Insane. It also doesn't show on here the treasure pack that you get from purchasing a booster box from like an official store. So I don't know what that monkey's doing, but I'm assuming a lot. Last I had checked on it, it was 3K. So I don't know if that's gone up or down. And let's look at OP14. I do not know what these sealed prices are looking like. We're at 230 on a booster box, and then booster packs. We're sitting at $7. I don't know what these are actual price, not dead price, but I'm gonna assume it's actually pretty close to this. What I thought was gonna happen here in the short term is that we were gonna see demand start to really, really dwindle. And I want you to see here this chart is going down. And I don't know if this is necessarily the demand slowing or if it's the amount of product that is out there is drying up. You can only buy 200 packs for so long a day until product does start to dry up. And yeah, there's guys out here with 170 packs, for example, but that's one day of sales. So I don't know when it's going to dry up, but my angle on this set, I purchased a shitload of it at $8 a pack. That means my break-even target is like $10.75. That's a big jump from where we're at, for sure. But I'm not worried. I do think we will see this set have a rebound. Let me take a look at booster boxes here. And yeah, we are seeing that small decline. But once again, how many booster boxes are there really out there that empty booster boxes? Appreciate that. Really helpful there. How many boxes are actually like kind of floating around? You know what I mean? Like, it's going to take us a little bit to sell through. And I'm going to warn you now. Yes, I paid $8 a pack, which is entirely too much for a main series set. Emperors at the time, I paid $6.30-ish. when packs were listed on TCG Player at $4. So don't worry if you are buying into the market now at a relatively good price. Yes, MSRP is $5 a pack. I still think $8 per pack is good. If you're paying under 200 for a booster box, I don't think it's bad, ladies and gentlemen. So that's where we're gonna wrap up One Piece. I'm not gonna talk about the premium boosters or anything like that. I'm not gonna talk about OP15. Not gonna talk about EBO3. It's just kind of not something I want to talk about at the moment. So we got three more here, but a couple of them will be quick. So let's talk about Riftbound. New set is coming out soon. Boom. Here we go. And let's see, Origins right here. So Origins, we saw singles prices really starting to dive. And you know what? I kind of don't blame the market. I think the singles prices were originally too high. Seeing booster boxes still at like 300, I'm a little surprised, honestly, but I get it. It's a huge IP. I just don't see it, and I don't believe in Riftbound personally. As for the next set that's coming out, Spirit Forged, we're seeing pre-sale at 240. It's already seeming, like it's going to be a little bit better for the players. But as for any collectability, I haven't seen any of the cards from this set yet, so I can't really make that determination. And I'm looking at them for the first time now. And I'm going off of a collectability standpoint, not from a player standpoint. And what I'm seeing so far, I'm not really vibing with. So we're not going to spend too much more time on Riftbound. Let's go over to Dragon Ball Super Fusion World. All right, so I just went to my guy 2 days ago and bought his last box of Awakened Pulse that's been on the shelf since it came out, and I bought it for $89 because he had not adjusted his price yet, and I just sold it probably 3 hours ago for $300. This is not okay. That's all I'm gonna say. I mean, this is not okay. If you're buying Awakened Pulse boxes at 300, bro, you're in the loony bin. This is the set that is being fake pumped right now. This isn't it. It's just, I'd stay away. I also bought 3 boxes of Blazing Aura, which we will check out. Golly, there we go. And I paid $63 a box, I believe, and they have pumped the entire way up to $130 when they were sitting at $50 a booster box. One of my LGSs near me at one point in time was selling Blazing Aura booster packs for $2 a pack, and I did not buy any of them because this game was dead. This is all fake speculation right now. Do not buy into Dragon Ball. I can promise you it will go back down. It's just, people don't like it, man. People do not like it. Let's talk about the biggest sleeper, and that is Gundam. Yes, there's a bajillion other things on this list here. I'm not interested in talking about them at the moment. I just want to talk about Gundam. So I purchased 2 cases at $970 directly from TCG Player, and it's probably going to be on the chart here. We can go ahead and find it. Did cases? Oh my god! All right. I thought cases already fell back down. I was like, there's no fucking way. Okay, so if we go to the sales chart, there's going to be one jabroni in here. I have to sign in, so we can't look. Wow, I cannot believe there's actually sales at this. I bought it at $970 a case. So that would have been... It was like back here somewhere. I bought 2 cases. And they are currently at 1,400. And I was yapping at the sky on TikTok saying GDO 2 is next. Yes, I didn't say GDO 1. Yes, I didn't get the best gains, at least recommend the best gains. But it was literally a no-brainer that Gundam was going to go up. Good lord, this is the first time I've seen this card. I mean, I'm not surprised it's doubled in price. Good lord, I didn't even know there was a card. So we have a little bit of new type rising left. Not much. I think we have less than a box. We probably have, I'm going to say 15 to 18 packs left. It's just one of those things that I just bought a little of it when it came out. I didn't buy much, and it's kind of trickled out. Booster packs are sitting at just over $10. Um, and I think we have ours at $13 a pack right now, which honestly might be too low. But I think New Type Rising has room. I think there's room to grow. Um, I don't know how much. We're seeing cases at 3. Um, they were as low as 18. Wow. Dang. Okay. Dang. All right. So I think there's room here at 3K though, and you're paying tax. Man, I hate TCG player and paying tax. Out the door for me, I had to pay a ton of tax. I think out the door for both cases it was like $2,050 or something. Um, out the door, what are you looking at here? 33. I mean, dude, this is something in 2 to 3 years, depending on how Bandai goes. Bandai, from what I understand, completely owns Gundam. So if there was going to be a card game to succeed, it would be Gundam. This is the one they want to succeed because they're not paying anybody. They are getting all of the revenue. So if there was a game that they want to do well, it would be this one. And that is a double-edged sword because maybe they're going to want to print the shit out of it. And, well, if they do that, it just takes one set and then all the trust in the market is gone. So I don't know. It's up in the air right now. I will say, when you had Dual Impact at under 1,000 a case, that made absolutely no sense based on the cards in the set and the EV and with the setup for Steel Requiem. This set, there's so many synergies. There was so many archetypes being introduced in setup with GDO2. It was obvious that there was going to be a spike in the Gundam market because this would finally shake up the meta. And, wow. Dude, I got to keep my eye on this. I've been saying if we see case prices go to 1,200 for Steel Requiem, I don't know if the SP pull rates are 6 a case, but that, dude, if we see GDO3 go to 1,200 a case, I'm going to have to start buying it because I just don't think we should be getting this low unless the SPs are really tanking in price. I haven't really been keeping an eye on it because it just came out, and when this stuff just comes out, I have zero interest in watching it closely. If it goes up and I miss it, hey, I don't care. Yeah, so we're seeing SPs being introduced for the first time in Gundam, and when you have this many extra $100 cards coming out of boxes, it's one of those things where you just got to keep an eye on it. The EV is there. What is SP labeled at? Oh, so they don't have the rarity actually listed out as SP. It's still going to fall under the Uncommon Plus and all that. All right, interesting. I was going to see how many SPs there actually are, but it's looking like there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, there's no way there's 6 of these a case. I need to do a little more research on that. That was pre-release chatter that I was checking out. I'm going to assume it's the same as One Piece and there's 2 a case. And if that's the case, then I think I'm probably going to have to adjust my target for GDO3 cases. Because 1,200 was the range where it was like, okay, it's a no-brainer. We're going to make money no matter what. Now, if there is, just under the assumption there's 2 a case, I don't know. I feel like if we're going off of that, there's going to be like those SPs are going to maintain value more. I thought they were going to be printed in the ground, being one in every other box, but that information seems to not be correct because there's no way you're getting 6 SPs a case and you're getting at least 1 duplicate SP. It doesn't make sense. I'd do more research on that. So I don't know, man. This is interesting. I think if you have GDO3 come across your table at 120 a box, that might be positive EV over the grand scheme of things, dude. Like 136, 137, that does not seem too far off the price point that I would want to be at for this set. This doesn't seem bad. One thing, I don't understand it. Both of my Bandai stores near me, there's 2 of them, and neither of them have gotten this set yet. And Gundam has performed well enough at their stores where they should be stocking it. So I'm a little confused, but this is something I'm gonna target. I'm not gonna target it on TCG Player unless it's by the case, of course. Same exact thing with like, all right, man. This is all I gotta say. I'm not saying anything about this car shop in particular, but when you list, I don't know if they sold one either, but when you list 11 boxes, both of these at 11 boxes, that just tells me that you opened one box, plucked the SP, one of the SPs, got lucky, and you're dumping the rest because the estimated EV of the remainder of the boxes goes down significantly. It's easy to have a 1 in 6 chance in an SP, but when you have a 1 in 11 chance in an SP, it's not worth it. So, you know, I don't know, man. Just seeing 11 boxes, I don't like seeing that. So I think that's gonna wrap it up, ladies and gentlemen. As for Star Wars Unlimited, I know we said we wouldn't talk about it, but they are just killing the game right now. As for Lorcana, I think things are going kind of okay. Man, pre-sale 120, jeez. For the whole first chapter debacle was a mess. As for Yu-Gi-Oh, I don't know when this new set's coming out with the fucking textured stuff, and the full art stuff. But whenever that happens, Yu-Gi-Oh, we're just gonna have to look at it, unfortunately. And as for Flesh and Blood and their little reprint set, we'll see how that goes. So that has been a full market analysis. You know what? Real quick. Why don't we touch on two more? Let's try and make it to 30 minutes. Let's touch on sorcery. I gotta say, I've been seeing. I saw. Why is my brain not? Ethereum Legends. Again available at distro. I'm not really sure what's going on with that, but at the end of the day, I don't know how much is there, but holding at 130, I guess, is progress from where we were. And from what I understand, Gothic has been doing a fairly decent. I love the packaging on Gothic. It's very cool. Let's see here, Gothic, and then we're gonna go to Sealed. Gothic holding at 135. Sorcery is not something I currently stock, but it is something that I have considered stocking. But I haven't pulled the trigger on it yet. And the last thing I want to talk about is Union Arena. Now, we're only going to talk about a certain few sets. One set I want to end with is the Nikki set. People went nuts over the Weiss Nikki set. It has been doing incredibly well for me. I don't know why, other than the obvious, but it has been doing incredibly well when I hear guys like Mason saying that it's really struggling. I'm not seeing it personally. And it looks like TCG's not seeing it either. I guess I'm just getting lucky. Now, none of this is sold at my physical location, but online I've been doing well. So, same thing here. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, boxes being sold. SPs could be plucked. I would be careful on it. You have 16 box cases, okay? And then you have 14, 11. See, you get what I'm saying. But I don't know. This is one that I'm watching. I'm keeping my eye on the Nikki set. Another one that actually has been doing okay for me, and we'll wrap it up here, I swear. So as Rudy would say, it means we're halfway through. Is Sword Art Online, but the first one, I got a really good deal on some, and it has done pretty well. And like I said, it's not volume 2, it's volume 1. So I just want to see real quick. Sealed product. Yeah, I mean, box prices seem way better than Nikki prices, and then I'm assuming we have the same situation. Well, there's no booster packs even available. There's 5 listings. Look at this. There is literally 16 packs on the market. Loose packs in the market. Very interesting. So let's just go off the booster box prices, which another broken TCG player chart. Seems like this set is doing fairly well. I don't know about Volume 2, but there are certain Union Arena sets that do perform well, and you can make money on them. So that's where we're going to leave things off, ladies and gentlemen. I am PWE Warehouse. We have a giant eBay store. Tons of wax, tons of singles, anything your little heart desires. We got it over there. Check it out on eBay. But for now, that's all I got for you. I'll see you in the next one.